Been in trouble with the police about 6 times altogether. When I was first arrested, I was 13. I was wagging school and I got arrested for criminal damage on some traffic lights and I was taken to the station. Put in the cell. Got a bed in there, a window and the door, hanging. I was scared when I got there and when I was in the cell. Just scared. I stayed out of trouble for a couple of months after that and then me and my mate done a street robbery. We were wagging school and we were just walking down the street when we saw a student walking towards us talking on his mobile phone. We just looked at each other and my mate said, "Do you want to rob his phone?" So we decided to rob it off him, not for any reason really, but we was just bored. I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but I felt bad afterwards. We got away and the guy was driving around with the police when he caught us and they pointed us out and we was walking down the street and the police just come over and said, "I'm arresting you for robbery." Went to the police station, both got interviewed, charged, and then we had to go to court. Felt scared when I went in court because I didn't know what was going to happen. When I went in, they took my name, my date of birth, my details and everything of the robbery. Sentenced me to 6 months and I was going to a secure unit. The secure unit was for age 16 and under and I felt really scared because I went at home. A normal day would be like normal education in school, but you just do one room all day. And there was pool tables in there, computers, badminton and tennis and that, football. The thing I miss most is freedom, not going out with my mates and not being able to eat what I want. And after I got that out, I did another phone robbery. I got sentenced to 12 months in the Young Defenders Institute. It was really bad in there, it was different than a secure unit. And I was only allowed 1 visit a week, even though I was only 15. So I just had a bed, a wardrobe and a sink. People just stare at you in there because new facing, so you have to stick up for yourself in there. Just had to keep my head down and get on with things and stay out of trouble. I got let out after 7 months for good behaviour. I've not done any offences recently and I'm not planning to do any either. I've been coming to Newton Heath Youth Project for about 2 years now. I like coming there because it's not like school. You don't have teachers, you have youth workers and the tutor comes in 2 days a week. I do my schoolwork and everything, but I can also play pool and listen to music. Since I've moved out of the rough part of Manchester, I've started coming here. It's changed and I've found better mates who don't commit robberies. My mum's really proud of me because I feel like I've grown up.
The first time I took drugs, it was like we was in my bedroom and we was getting ready to go out. And my friend turned around and said, "Should we have some pills tonight?" And I said, "What are they?" And she said, "Well, it's like ecstasy and you take it and you go, like, makes you have a good night." But I was scared to at first because I thought, oh, what if I die off it or, like, it turns bad on me. So then I just thought, oh, no, I won't take one. But then it was, like, paranoia as well because, like, they was taking it and I felt like the black sheep out of them. Like, I weren't having none. When I woke up the next morning after taking the ecstasy, I was dead dehydrated, so I needed loads of drink because I was dead tired because I'd not had no sleep, I'd been up all night. Me and my mate, we knew these guys, so and they had some ecstasies there. So they said, do you want some, because we know you take them when you go out. So we said, all right then. It started like from that night to every day, and like wagging school there and just taking drugs and smoking weed every day. When you're high on it feels like you just don't care about anything around you and it blocks everything out. When we first started taking ecstasy, it was just like one tablet like on a weekend, and then it was going up more and more each time because like we weren't getting a buzz. It was going up to like 4 and 5 at a time. My mum first knew like I was taking drugs because I had like no sleep and I was always angry all the time, and I lost loads of weight through it, and like she knew it weren't me because like I didn't lose weight dead easy like that. Started arguing with my mum like all the time, then that's what's scaring me because I thought like I'm going to lose my mum.
So well, just leave me alone and just get on with your own life.
So I knew then like it was time to start coming off him, and I knew like I was getting really hooked on him. When I decided to tell my mum and say that I was on drugs, I just said, oh, sit down mum, we need to talk. So we just started talking, and then that's how I told us, and I was quite surprised at myself as well, like, because her not being angry at me, she was like more helping than anything. They found a helpline about drugs and they like sent us information out, and we got like loads of information packs from the doctors and that, and it like that just helped me more than anything, and I had support from my mum. I was scared at first when I stopped taking them because I thought I might just be worse because like my system's used to having them, so they might like it might hurt me or something because I need them in my system because my system's used to that now. When like I was coming off the drugs, it was dead tiring, and it was just like I was just getting strength back like a baby just being born and like just learning how to walk, and it was hard as well because like I'd see my mates and they'd all be high and everything, and I knew that I could be doing that. They'd just be like, you're boring, like not coming out and taking them no more. But I knew I didn't want to wreck my life, and I tried telling them but they wouldn't listen. I was always like confused and I just wasn't with you. You could be sat there talking to men, I just wouldn't pay attention. I felt really emotional as well, like coming off the drugs, and every time I'd argue with my mum, instead of shouting back, I'd just sit there and cry and just think like the drugs have done this to me. It took me about 4 or 5 months to get off the drugs, and eventually my friends stopped taking them too. And now we've got our lives back on track, and it's just the drugs were just a bad part of our life. My mum now, she's proud of me. She sees a different side to me completely now. We don't argue as much, like we just argue like a mother and daughter does. At the time I just thought, I'm just doing what ordinary teenagers do. But when I look back now, it feels like it was ages ago because like I've matured from it and that. And I don't advise it for like kids to go down that road because it's not nice.
One morning, I went to a mate's house like I normally do every morning. And we went down and he got ready and we just both decided not to go to school. Should we just wag it then? Maths. None of us like it, do we? We both had maths at the time and we both was not good at maths at all. So both just decided not to go in school just because we was rubbish at maths basically. That morning, we left mate's house as usual, went to school and got our registration mark because like a couple of lads told us that's how you not get caught. And then after the registration, we just hid. We walked about the streets for an hour and then we walked to a derelict house where a few other people used to truant there as well.
Good job.
That's how bad you look. I was a bit worried, at first, in case the teachers found out I'm my mum. So I was saying to my mate, we're going to get caught. And he was like, nah, we're not. And then we didn't, and that's when I was buzzing. so we didn't get caught. When I come home, my mum like asked me how it went in school.
How was your day at school?
Alright. I felt glad, and I just felt like doing it again because I got away with it once. I felt like I could get away with it again and again. I went in school a couple of days a week, so teachers like thought I was still coming in. And some days I used to go back up to the school, get my dinner, get the mark, and then come back out. Just come back here normal time, so our mums would think that we've actually been in school. Altogether, I was wagging it for at least 3 to 4 months. I went in one day and I was in form room, and the head teacher like called me to his office, and he phoned my mum. Met me in the office, and he just said, "I'm not having it anymore off you. You're gonna have to go, find somewhere else." Didn't think that the head teacher would like kick me out of school for truanting. Thought he would have just like put me on report card or something like that, but he never. Kicked me out, and then I had no education then.
Get in here!
When I got expelled, Mum and Dad shouted me in the living room. Why in the school's lying to you?
They can't be lying all this time because they've kicked you out through it now.
And they started going mad saying that I'm not going out like for a month. And then I started answering back saying no. And then I just ended up getting grounded for longer. Just sad, you?
Yeah, well, you're grounded, getting kicked out of school.
Sad. And then they had to sit in my room for ages while all my mates was out. I got expelled just before the 6 weeks holidays, and after the 6 weeks holidays I got sent to some new education, and it's called the Newton Heath Youth Project. Newton Heath Youth Project is for like kids who's been through out of school and don't go to school anymore and who's got no education. So you go there and then they like build up your education again. On Monday we do maths, on a Tuesday we do English, and then on a Wednesday we do citizenship, and then Thursday and Friday we have like fun days, like play pool or football.
Right, choose a colour.
Newton Youth support staff's not as like harsh as the teachers in school, and if you need help with your work, like I need help with my maths, I like tell one of the teachers and they'll come over and help me on my own, and they'll keep helping me and helping me till I pick it up. Some of it's difficult because it always is. You can't give your work what you can do because then you fly through it. Paragraph 3 of Mice and Men. In English at the moment we were studying Of Mice and Men, and we wrote a big long essay about it, and we had to like transform it into a story of our own and put scenes of our own in it. I've been going to that Newton Heath Youth Project now for about 6 months and I've not wagged one single day of it. It's not worth wagging. You might be having a laugh at the time with your friends, truanting, but when it like amounts up all the work you've missed, you ain't got a clue. You're not getting the marks in. Some of the brainy people might be bullied, called geeks. They're doing it, aren't they? They're the ones who's having an education and a job. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
See?
Alright, fair enough.
I feel like my life's better since I've been going Newton Heath. Well, but I've got more education. I'm more liable to get a job now.
Why don't you like